Hi everyone. So that's the 4 piles that I'm going to be reading for 2004. And I will read with where you are at and where you will tend to go and see how that developed. So the pile number 1 is this fairy stone. Pile 2, it's this laminate obsidian. So you see that obsidian, you can see through it. So it's like a black mirror. Pile 3, it is a galaxite. Because when you look at it, I don't know if you really see it, but when you look at it, it's like you look at million stars. Pile 3, labradorite. So you don't see it shining, but it's shine gold. Or maybe you see a little bit here. I don't know. All right. Okay, so I shuffled, and this is what I have now. Let's begin. So for you guys who have chosen this pile, I can say that you are already very spiritually evolved. And throughout this year, you're going to have a lot of ideas, new ideas, on how to elevate yourself and how to connect to spirits in a deeper way that you've never been able to do before. And I would say that you might be in contact with, could be other type of consciousness already in the past or is to develop throughout this year. But I would say the main focus of this year is kind of bringing that loving energy of being like a child and see with the eyes of the child and discovering your capacity, how to connect to people, how to connect to different other being and worlds, as well as finding a love about yourself even more deeper and to transmit that to those around you, but to those around you that you will kind of be rediscovering how to be playful with others as well. So no matter we are an adult now, the idea is to evolve like a child, with seeing the world with a child mind, that seeing wonders and magic everywhere and love and being and knowing that the universe have your back. And you're going to see that develop in this year by having some kind of opportunities to express this, by, it could be a contract, it could be an opportunity to work with somebody you love dearly, or to be and find, maybe an associate is not the right word, but somebody who would be kind of divinely going and towards you for that purpose. So I think for this year, it's going to be a whole year of being trusting and being divinely guided towards what is already inside you, all the wiseness, all the knowledge that you already possessed, but you do not have faith, in yourself. And I feel the universe is going to test you a little bit to see that in different ways. So in the past, I can see there's a lot of reading, learning, seeing with the eyes of it's like having extra lenses or 5 pairs of glasses. It's like you just had your eyes wide open, and then you could have opened yourself even more to an elevated different consciousness, different worlds, really. This is what really brings. And there is this sense of being patient and as well keep going and knowing that with patience it will pay, even obstacles may arise, because after every obstacle there is like an easy way, an easy path, and a faster path as well. So I feel that you understood, or you will understand, that racing doesn't really help in any ways, and that just being trust, but like fully 100% trust in the universe, even if there is obstacle, that will not affect you, because you will understand, or you already understand, that in the mind of God or the universe or the elevated state of consciousness, there is nothing against you, but is everything for you. So at the present moment, I feel you are kind of self-reflecting on what has been passed on this year. What did you learn? What did you accomplish? And I think that's very healthy for you. And start to planning as well what's going to be rising for me in 2024. And I feel that you're going to find some kind of synchronicity or small luck that's going to come to you easily, and you're going to be able to notice and say, oh, wow, yes, no, that came very easily. And those are all little signs to remind you that you are on a good path. And of course, if you feel there is an obstacle, it's not because you're not on the right path, it's just because it is just a little test from the universe to see if that's really what you want. Now, in the future, I can definitely see that you're going to be, regarding love, people you love, and in general, what you love doing, is going to be very fulfilled, because um, because it's like finding either that other part of yourself that you will feel that it's growing, and now you are, let's say, both equal inside you. I would say maybe the shadow self, and maybe, or your personality aligning with your higher self. That could be one way to see it, and being more balanced. And I've got a feeling as well that there will be a proposition of love, but a serious one. So like a really let's say it, let's put it out there, like a marriage proposition, let's say, not marriage, exactly marriage, but because I don't have the ring card, but I have the feeling that if you partner up with somebody, either career-wise or with a partner, a loving partner, that it's going to be kind of blessed, but as well testing your own faith about relationships. And if you keep going through the obstacle, and you really define what you want and what you accept and what you don't want, what you are going to be able to measure to give to others, that's going to be a very rewarding year at the end of the year, by some kind of contrast, some kind of letter, and some kind of written in the physical about this agreement that you have with somebody, or to the extreme level, I would say, with spirit as well. So that's my feeling for this pile for 2004. I've got to develop that a little bit more, sorry. The last word, and I would say the advice really would be always follow your bliss. So you've heard that before, but it's kind of recall and during the year remember this, because you never get it wrong if you follow what you love and the voice of your soul. So I'm just going to pull one more card just for the advice. And I have this card, which is the anchor, and the advice is not let yourself drift away from things that are not relevant for you or doesn't bring you any joy or any love or discomfort. A little bit of discomfort, it's okay, because we live in a physical world and that's how it happens sometimes. But it's just doesn't let yourself drift away with your thought, or if you have sometimes a little bad mood or low mood, let's say, and maybe you think, oh, but you know, sometimes I'm really thinking if it's worth it, or if it's really meant for me, or etc., etc. Just believe, because as I said before, you will be tested, your faith will be tested, and before the universe delivers something, is there always kind of test to see if you're real. And if you are doing this, I can see that you're really going to ground what you love in a definite manner into your life. So that's kind of beautiful. All right, then. Pile 2 now. All right, this is pile 2. I show you again. Laminate. You can see little laminate obsidian. Okay. Sorry. All right. So what I can tell you about at the moment. So I feel at the moment, you do not, in your mind, you do not have the clarity that you would like to have. And I feel that you are thinking to leave, or how to get away from a situation that doesn't fit you anymore, that you want to go, that you want to cut, and that you want to be away from, to be able to grow even better, even in a nicer way. So that's really clear on your mind, how to go from somewhere else and to be able to create your own I would say baby, but that's not what I mean. Your own project, your own something that's only about you and not somebody else involved in. And I feel this is that. In the past, I feel that you met people and it was really nice, lots of social life, and you met somebody that puts like a thought in your mind, that somebody who would be represented like a boss, or somebody that is able to give that security, and who's very knowledgeable, that would ask you the right question in the right time that kind of put a seed in your mind to ask yourself the question, so what's the next? What do I need to do for my next move? And I feel that at the moment you feel of kind of tied to something that you just want to transition from. I would say I feel like it's would be more work related, and you can see that as it is for work related, it's kind of nice because on one side you have some colleagues and some friends and that you can get on with it really well. But there is also a few aspects of that work that doesn't fulfill you 100%. And that's kind of start to have a little weight on your shoulders, I would say. And it's a bit more difficult sometimes to see when it's going to change or when that's going to happen, or you probably think those things. But in the end, so I feel like you're kind of a circle loop, or you stay in a little bit in that, but do not worry because you will escape that loop. I have no question about that. And sometimes the obstacle, or sometimes the rain is only just for like a few moments in the day, and then it goes and then the suns come out, and then your your wish are fulfilled. But I would say just one thing, words are carrying the energy very strongly on people, but as well on yourself, because you express them through your own mouth, tongue, etc., etc. And the last word that you say, stay in your, I would say saliva, but in your mind, in your body somehow. So I would say that do not get involved into people who are argumentative, and just turn your back and understand that they are just like rain. They just rain for a little bit and then they go off away, and then you have the sun. So I don't know if that makes sense, but this is how I feel. Because at the end, I feel that you are fully um, unconsciously, you know where you're going, and your conscious mind doesn't yet know how to put that all the pieces together, but be aware that you are protected by the stars, because the stars, it's represent, of course, the universe, but it represent the clarity. And this is why I said it's unconscious, because it's at the ground of your reading. And I feel these are little steps, or I would say little annoying situation that can be at work, that are kind of made there to make you realize and go forwards to what you really desire to do. And I would say that do not be scared to step away and to cut those situations that you're not feeling comfortable with, even though you have some comfort, because comfort can only last a certain amount of time. But if you really do what you deeply desire, then you will really feel that you are loved and you are reassured. You will be reassured by yourself, and then it will allow you to grow. So I can see in a future that you will want to settle as your own business, being an entrepreneur, and you will look around and look back and probably say, well, that man that boss or that friend, because I have the energy of friend as well, in the past that told me to do that and plan that seat was completely right. So I feel during the 2004, you will meet some people through friend, like friendship, but it would be, I feel, more regarded to work. And I feel door will be the compass for your future to build the right resources. Don't know what was that about, that sum up, sum with on the camera. Anyway, probably the universe saying yes. And yes, that's what I want to say about it. So do not be scared, but I feel it's only would be at the end of the year really that you will um feel that you have grown enough, have the security, financial security enough to be able to step forward toward your goals. And I would say get the advice as well is, you know, stay with your friend, of course, see your friend, push yourself to see your friends, because that's as well through your friends you will find some messages and encouragement, like in between lines, that will help you unconsciously to release that inner knowing. And I feel that you are really connected to the nature, and if not, that's what you would feel or maybe unconsciously research, and that would really make you a big transformation in your energies, because I feel sometimes you can be overloaded by other people, and you kind of need to cut have some moments to cut that for yourself and being a bit away for that. And yes, that card really say nurture yourself, but in a way that you never done before. So try something new. Maybe walk outside and look at the stars sometimes, or just do something a bit unusual that involve some kind of closeness to nature will be very where the best ideas for your future to come or the next step will be presented to you. All right, is there anything else? Yeah, I'm just going to clarify this card. Yeah, I have this card, which is the ship. The ship is going. So sometimes when you don't have the mental clarity and you just think, oh, I just want to go because this is just annoying me, or I just don't want to be involved in that situation anymore. But there is a sense of do not kind of run away from those situations, because self-mastery, learning how to deal with yourself in those situations will teach you so much more than just run away. Voilà. I hope that helps. Thank you very much. And I'm going to do pile number 3 now. All right. So this is pile 3 with the galaxite. Okay. So let's begin. So at the moment, I feel there is a lack of clarity, of maybe some small confusion. Probably reflecting as well on what you need to prepare for this 2025. Sorry, 24. And I would say you have the power. I've got this very strongly, this internally, how do I say that? Internally, so maybe you're not aware of it, but you are very powerful. So of course we are all powerful, but there is different powerful. There is powerful intellect, for example, strategic, they are powerful in their strengths, in their energy, they're powerful with every kind of powerful. But what I'm talking about, that powerful you have, is a energy powerful inside you that is hidden and that you do not show to many people. But I can feel that you are very protective of people you love, but like very protective in a sense that you can go and travel so far away. If somebody tells you, look, I'm at the end of the world, I need help now, could you come? You're the type of person, the very few type of person who would do it with no question, just to go. And I feel at the moment you are probably swimming into unclear waters. But that again, that's just temporary because you have that faculty and that power to deal with it. And I can feel that you are how do I say that? Powerfully as well attracted to a man that have touched your heart. And you are at the moment self-reflecting as well about this situation and some unclear situation about that man and about your feeling toward that man. Like, should I do it? Should I go there? Should I keep going? Should I stop? Should I? There's is a lot in your mind. Now, behind this, next to this, I have a card that says two things. One is that man can cut or harvest. I'm explaining. So I feel that that man would have that power to stop the relationship quite quickly, and you will not hear about. I feel, no, let's just put it this way. I feel that man you are thinking about, talking about, you feel, and for reasons, that there's a man that is very loving, very amazing, but that have this a little bit of unstable energy with him, that is changing energies or changing mood. And that's why that brings some kind of uncertainty at the moment. Now, I feel this is somebody you know now, but it could be somebody you will meet, but it's definitely not a person from the past, like from far the past. And I would say in the past you just met that person and it was kind of recently, let's say, just lift you into higher feelings, really, and that's beautiful. And at the moment, I feel you would just like to get this grounding, or have this situation that just be more clear for everyone, for you and for him, and that you can finally both settles or start to make plans. And when I say plan, it can be every degree of plans. Could be holiday, could be going to live together, could be going to the cinema, could be all of that. Now, sorry for somebody who's just doing some road work outside, so you hear that maybe. So I think your internal dynamic about this is you love that guy, or it brings you some kind of brightness and light in your life, but it's still not yet anchored and concrete, but it is on a good way. Now to the end of the year, I think something will be cut for some kind of, and it will bring you some kind of result. But result like not few result. It will really be like liberation, and the light will be after all this little obstacle. I feel that the light will just bring you and take you away, and you will have all this understanding about yourself, about your ability, about your own light, about what you can provide to others, and what you can offer, because you will probably discover that I feel you really have a warrior heart. And that's what I was telling about at the beginning of with the energy, because I feel your warrior heart is a kind of ancestral, I would say, a DNA in your circulating in you, because or those ancestral being around you to help you remember who you are, the energy that you can provide, and the energy that, and I'm talking about tremendous energy. I'm not talking about just a bit. Like I said at the beginning, it's different energy. And by not being scared of your own energy, and by keep going on doing what brings you joy from the inner, you will meet that part of you that you maybe don't know it totally yet. And that will bring you a great satisfaction about understanding how powerful you are, how your ancestry can be around you and guide you. And the spirits around you as well, I would say, because I feel it's more spirits than just the stars or other type of consciousness. I think it's really kind of down to earth spirits around you that would support you in reminding you, do not be scared, because you have this capacity in you. And this reading is a lot about you. So there's something about love, of course, and somebody else, but I feel that person will, through that person, you will understand your capacity and how to repeatedly found situations that probably sometimes are the same, but I feel this is the end of that lesson. This is the end of that understanding, because you have that total support. And this will be the last of the last about that. Don't know what that means, but right. What else can I say? I would say the person you will meet or you have just met is as well a bit like that. So this is where you kind of found that common ground to be able to find that kind of match. And somebody that brings a lot of security, lots of love. But you as well. So I think that's the joining energy that you both share that brings you together. Okay, I'm just gonna clarify this one in the center. Okay, so I think the main focus of you 2024, it's as well, you have developed in the past that feminine part of you, that is the intuition part, the softness. And I think now this year you're going to develop more that analytical part of you as well. That analytical part that will bring you joy, but the main focus would be as well all around the house. So about living in the same house or moving things around in the house, or how do I make my nest a little bit better? Do I bring somebody in that nest? Do I build a nest with that person? And I think I feel very good about that as well. Sun card is just next to it. The joy in the house and that feel of secluded, being just together in our nest and just enjoy the moments. Just going to clarify this one as well. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When I said this is going to be the last lesson you've learned from, this is the last lesson you're going to learn. And I talk about as well boundaries here in a good way. You will succeed because you will learn, and you have learned so much about how to put your boundaries, where to loose them up a little bit, and how to keep them. And there is no secret about who you will be in the future, in the sense that you will learn so much about yourself during 2024 that at the end of the year, you'll be able to reflect and to see, of course, what you achieved, what you've learned, but that you've just learned it on your own. All right, then. That was pile number 3. All right. Okay. So pile number 4 with the Labradorite. All right. So let me get into the reading. So I feel this year your main focus will be about work. Work and how you can go forward and elevate yourself in a way that is pleasing and nice for you to achieve what you want to achieve at work. And I would say in the past, you were probably reflecting on leaving that job, or you did leave that job, and to see if somewhere else would have been, you know, is a good idea. And I feel that in the past you found that small steps that you did was at work were kind of at work or around people in general, sorry, would have just make people understand that, or show to people, let's say, that you are quite clever and you probably had ideas that was outside of the box, and that would have been excellent ideas, by the way, regarding some other project to do with work, some, and I feel you would just some listened and recognize in your job as well. A lot of travel as well, I would say, that could have been involved, and with this kind of innocent mind that you have. At the moment, I feel that you kind of feel some kind of repetitive task that probably bore you a little bit. But don't worry, because that is going to be going very soon, because small little things will come in your way naturally and easily, very intuitively, and like little small luck, sorry, that will help you and that will pave the way during 2024. And I feel this year is going to be very career oriented, and finding what's behind the curtain in your job, and you'll be able to find new projects or new opportunities quite easily. I feel maybe this year as well, there's going to be some kind of learning or study that you're going to be probably doing to elevate your position, your actual position, or as a side hobby, I would say. And this is a very good thing, because it will you open the door to meet new people and to have new opportunities into the matter. What I could say as well is going out and take notice of, do not stay at home alone, because the opportunity, everybody knows, of course, the opportunity are outside, but I feel those opportunity will come through any kind of new knowledge you will learn, new people you will meet, new craft that you will do. And that will bring you a lot of rewards into any kind of different natures. And I feel you easily do the steps. You easily just do it. Even you don't like it to do it, you will do it, because you know that will pays off, and you're right, that always pays off. So I feel what's on our mind at the moment as well is kind of okay, what I'm doing is just repetitive. I'm a bit fed up of that. And how can I make these things a little bit better to my day-to-day life? And you will see that the idea will pop up because I feel that you will get a lot of intuitive messages, but a lot. And this will help you to pave the path during the year to show you what's the next step you have to do or what's the next thing you have to learn, how that's going to fulfill yourself. And I feel you're going to meet a lot of new people, either online or in real, into social environment. And so kind of blessed situations, really. This is what I mainly feel. I feel, yes, like I said before, there's going to be some intuitive sharpness that will comes, or I can feel around you in your energy that will comes to you very naturally, without force, without being harshly trying out. It's just going to pop out, and if you act on it intuitively, that's going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of reward in meeting people, some kind of recognition as well. You will meet lucky lucky people in a way that you could, oh, I would never, if I would have never go out and do that, I would never meet that person, that kind of situations. And I feel very good about that, about those meetings, peoples and stuff. I'm not saying your year will be absolutely without difficulty. We all have little difficulties, but I don't have the card so much of obstacles and stuff. So let's clarify. A little bit of worries sometimes, but not, don't let people getting in the way at your job, I feel more. And I would say you are able to tap into the collective consciousness. So that's really, really important about how you're going to feed yourself intuitively without knowing, effortlessly, I would say, what's good for you. All right. And the last one. Yeah, that's what I felt, and that's why I just pick up another card. Just trust. And again, that's a big thing. I think it was like pile number one, it was a bit similar, but that's in a different way. Because in pile one, it was like I felt already 50% of the trust was accomplished. Here I feel is none, or very small amount. So I feel that if you found that you have trust into what you do not control, it will bring all the benefits, and it's going to be jackpot, and you will have messages that will reinforce all of that throughout your year. Voilà, voilà. What else can I say? I feel you're more ascending to that, developing even more. But no, it's more about trust as well. Yeah. And the more you trust, the more you will be rewarded. And don't play it solo too much. That would be the advice as well. There is this emphasis of going out, meet people, found new people, and I say new and lucky people. And the thing that will fulfill you. Voila. So yeah, I think if I do that every time I have a sum up. So I don't know. All right then. That's all for now. Thank you for listening and have a good day. Bye.